Hello, Coyote Ridge families. This is Mr. Davis, principal of Coyote Ridge, the proud principal of Coyote Ridge, and I appreciate you coming in for back to school night tonight. Your attendance tonight is an example of the importance that you place on your child's education and also an example of your partnership with us as we help educate these children. So I'm very proud of our school at Coyote Ridge, and if you've been here before, you know why. Coyote Ridge is a pretty special place. We have very dedicated, hardworking teachers who really care. They really lean in, they really dig in to do the best for the students that we share, the students that we have the privilege of being able to help educate. So thank you for extending your trust to us. We are an international baccalaureate primary years program school. That means a lot of things that I won't have time to go into right now, but the super short version is to say that, we are a school that values and wants to educate the whole child. We work hard to help students use inquiry as an instructional tool. You know that children are naturally curious, and so we use that curiosity to help guide them through their learning and understanding. And IB also is important. We talk about teaching in a transdisciplinary way. That means that we help students make and see the connections across content areas. And so we're excited that you're here. As a school, we tend to be a high achievement, high growth school. That's with regard to student performance, and that's due to the students' hard work, our teachers' hard work, and the help from you, our parents, who are so very supportive. The format for tonight is pretty typical. It's been the same the last couple of years. So thanks for listening to this message from me and from Tricia Vincent, our PTO president. At around 6:25, there will be a bell, and that's the end of the first session. And so you'll stay where you are until 6:25. At that session, after that bell, you'll go, and if you have another session to go to, you can go to that next session. It'll start at 6:30. Otherwise, you can head outside to the playground area and socialize with each other, get some ice cream from the PTO, and enjoy the time together. We have a couple of reminders I want to share just as the year gets started. So we have two crosswalks out here on Avondale, the north and the south. The south is kind of down by the garden area. We ask that all parents use the south crosswalk. The reason for that is that the south crosswalk is the one that we make sure there's a monitor in the morning and the afternoon. The north crosswalk is not monitored. And since all students and parents enter from the gates down by the either the gates down by the garden or from the back of the school, it makes sense to use the south crosswalk since you have to be down in that area anyway. So thank you for supporting us and keeping your kids safe. Because I know that as parents, you might be thinking, well, I know how to walk my kid across the street. And that's true. I don't doubt that. But what's also true is they're little now. And in a few years, they'll be bigger and they'll be a little more independent. They might be doing it on their own. And so teaching them the right way to do it now so that they're protected is important. And so we appreciate that. At the end of the day, students that are taking the bus will exit to the bus loop from the doors by the library. Everyone else exits out the back of the school toward the playground. And so everyone will exit back there. If you are picking up your student by walking or parking in the parking lot and walking, you can pick them up out there. If you're going to pick them up in the kiss and go lane out in front, they'll walk from the back out and around. You'll pick them up there. If you want to stay or the kids want to stay and play and socialize after school, that's great. We know that kids like to play and we love that. The trick of it is that we need to make sure that everyone is accounted for. And so there's a bell at 3:10. And what we ask is, that's the dismissal bell. We ask that if you're out here picking up your kiddo, that they go and stand by you and stay with you for a few minutes. And that if the kids are walking home or you guys are walking home, of course, you can walk home. But we ask that kids do not go on the playground or the field area until the 3:17 bell. And the reason for that is because we need to be able to know that we have accounted for all the students. And so if we see kids running around, we don't know if they are with a parent or not. And so we ask that the parents and the students stay connected from 3:10 or whenever you connect with them until the 3:17 bell. If you're not seeing your student when you arrive, there's a good chance that we might have identified that they're not together, and we'll have them waiting kind of on the wall area by the gym hallway. And so at 3:17, then the bell will ring, and then you can go outside. But we want to go on the playground in the field, release the kids. But if you will help us with this, we'll greatly appreciate it. It's about keeping kids safe, because we would hate for everyone to go inside and have some kids outside that are not supervised by their parent, and they don't have a way to get it back in the building. So thanks for helping with that. Something else I want to talk about briefly is we have a huge focus on attendance in this building, and we have huge success thanks to your support. Our attendance, our chronic absenteeism rate has fallen the last several years. Well, it's fallen, sort of. Also, we kind of grinded it down because we've been working really hard to do that. Because if kids miss school, they miss out. And we actually were able to, for the last 2 or 3 years running, we've had the lowest chronic absenteeism rate in the district. It's less than half of what it used to be. And that's all came through hard work. And here's why it matters. Because if you miss school, you miss out. There's really no way to make up school. If you're a kindergartner or a fifth grader, there's not a worksheet in the world that's going to replicate what the student missed when they're in school, or when they're out of school, rather. And so we appreciate you working with us and using the district calendar and scheduling your long weekends on the weekends that we have long weekends, and making sure that kids are in school every single day they can be. We understand that kids get sick. We understand there are funerals. We understand that there are medical and dental appointments. We understand that. And we're asking that every day they can be here, they are here. A lot of people don't realize that in a 365-day calendar year, kids are actually out of school more days than they are in school. They're out of school more days than they're in school in a full calendar year. And so we're asking that we maximize the time that they are in here. So thank you for that. Lastly, I just want to say we so appreciate you. We have an awesome and very supportive parent group and community group, and we would not be the same without you. You add so much value to our school, and we so appreciate it. Tricia Vincent is our PTO president again this year. We appreciate her and everyone in PTO, both from the leadership and the members. And by the way, at Coyote Ridge, every parent or every member of the school, right? If you have a student coming here, you are a de facto member of the PTO. And so this evening, your teacher will pass out, your child's teacher will pass out a flyer from PTO. Please take a look at it. There's going to be a QR code on there. Please scan the QR code to get some more information. There's also a way to take a quick little survey so we can get more information about PTO to you. It does not obligate you to anything. But please take a look at that. Our other parent group is called the School Accountability Committee, the SAC. The School Accountability Committee is responsible for oversight, actually. It's an oversight group, talk about like how we're doing as a school, what are things that we're doing well, what are things we can do better. It's more the kind of the business side of the nuts and bolts side, as opposed to the PTO, which is more of like the fundraising and fun and how do we like add value. And so both of them are very important. We are looking for a SAC chair. So if you're interested, if you like to talk about those kinds of things, or just want more information, please contact me. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Okay. Thanks for hanging in there through this long monologue. I appreciate you being here. It's time to hear from Tricia Vincent, our PTO president.
Hi, Coyote Ridge families. Welcome to Back to School Night. I'm Tricia Vincent, the current president of the Coyote Ridge PTO, and I also want to give a shout out to our other amazing officers this year, Gavin Morris, Bria Freeman, and Kristen Castiglio. The PTO exists to support our staff, students, and school community throughout the school year. From organizing family events and school celebrations to funding classroom supplies, field trips, and enrichment programs, everything that we do contributes to making Coyote Ridge the amazing place that it is. We also support staff and teachers throughout the school year with appreciation events, organizing meals for conferences, and also providing mini grants to fund special projects in their class. One of the things I'm always so impressed with throughout the school year is how supportive the community is here at Coyote Ridge. When we all pitch in a little bit, it makes a big difference. PTO meetings happen every month on the second Tuesday starting at 5 p.m. and we'd love to see all of you there sometime this year. If you're interested in getting more involved with PTO this year, or if you just want to receive regular email updates from us, please use the QR code on the PTO flyer to give us your contact information. You can get involved in whatever way works for you, whether it's helping with an event, joining a committee, or just coming to a meeting once in a while to share your voice. All parents and guardians of Coyote Ridge students are considered members of our PTO, and so we would love to hear from you. If you have any questions tonight, feel free to come find us at the ice cream table outside on the playground, or you can reach out via email with the contact information provided on the flyer. We're excited for another great school year. Go Coyotes!
Thanks, Tricia. And thank you, parents, again, for being here. Thanks for all you do. I'm really excited about the new school year. It's going to be awesome. Now it's time to hear from your classroom teacher.